Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. Have you ever heard about a tiny toy car that changed everything? Imagine this, two brave twins, a shiny red toy car, and a kind millionaire all coming together to save someone they love. Today, I'm going to tell you an amazing story that shows how one small act can change lives forever. So, sit tight, because this story is filled with hope, a few laughs, and lessons that can spark a new way of thinking about kindness and sacrifice. Let me take you to a small sunny town called Sunnyville. In this lovely town lived two twins named Anna and Ella. They were kind, cheerful, and always looked out for each other. They lived with their dear mother, who was the heart of their small family. Their home was modest, with bright painted walls, a tiny garden in the front, and neighbors who greeted you with warm smiles every day. One day, something very unexpected happened. Their mother became very sick. The doctor explained that she needed a special treatment, medicine and care that cost a lot of money. This news made Anna and Ella's hearts heavy. They knew the treatment could help their mom feel strong and smile again, but the money they had was very little. Even though they were young, they were brave enough to try and find a solution. In their home, there was one treasure that stood out, a shiny red toy car. This wasn't just any toy car. It was a gift from their dad, and it held many happy memories. Every time they looked at it, they remembered fun days spent playing, laughing, and imagining great adventures together. But now the toy car meant something more. The twins realized that if they could sell this special toy, they could gather enough money to help pay for their mom's treatment. It was a very hard choice. Imagine having to give up something you love so much. Anna and Ella loved their toy car with all their hearts. Yet deep inside, they believed that saving their mom was the most important thing in the world. That was a brave and selfless decision. After a long and thoughtful conversation under the old oak tree in their backyard, the twins decided they would sell the toy car. They set their hearts on the idea that sometimes letting go of something small can open the door to something much bigger, like their mom smiling again. Early one bright morning, Anna and Ella made a small sign that read, "Toy car for sale, help save mom." They set up a little stall right outside their house. They placed the red car on a small table and dusted it off carefully, as if it were the most precious thing in the world. The warm sun shone on their stall, and even the birds seemed to sing a little more sweetly that day. As the day passed, people from the neighborhood started to notice the little stall. Some kind neighbors stopped by to ask, "What is this all about?" The twins, with their big, hopeful eyes, explained their situation. They told everyone that their mom was very sick and called for money to pay for her treatment. They admitted that selling the toy car was not an easy choice, but they were willing to do it for the sake of their mom's health. People listened with sympathy. Some even donated a small amount of money, saying things like, "I'm sure your mom will get better soon." Even though every coin and note was important, Anna and Ella knew that what they needed was a big help, a miracle of sorts. Just when the twins were starting to wonder if anyone would really buy their beloved toy car, something amazing happened. A fancy, shiny car pulled slowly down the street. Out stepped a man who looked very different from everyone else. He wore a neat suit and had a gentle smile that made him seem very kind. This man was a millionaire, but he was not rich in the way that makes people only care about money. Instead, he had a rich heart that cared deeply about people and their stories. Curious and warm-hearted, he walked over to the twin stall. His eyes sparkled a little as he looked at the bright red toy car. In a soft, caring voice, he said, "Hello, little ones. Tell me, what is the story behind this beautiful car?" Anna, with a little quiver in her voice, took a deep breath and began. "Sir, this toy car is very special to us. It was a gift from our dad, and it reminds us of all the happy times we had. But now our mom is very sick. We need money to help her get the best treatment so she can get better and be happy again." Ella nodded, her eyes shining with both tears and hope. "We love her a lot, and we want to save her. That's why we decided to sell the toy car," she added quietly. The millionaire listened very carefully. His kind eyes grew even softer, and he knew he had heard something very important. With sincerity in his voice, he said, "You are very brave and very kind to do this. Sometimes giving up something precious is the only way to save something even more valuable. I want to help you in a big way." At that moment, the man made a decision that would forever change the lives of these two little heroes. He surprised Anna and Ella by saying, "I want to buy your toy car, but not for the small price you may have heard about. I want to give you a special offer because I believe in your courage and love. I will pay you more than you ever imagined so you can get the very best treatment for your mom." The twins' eyes grew wide with surprise. "More than enough?" they asked in unison. The millionaire smiled and assured them, "Yes, my dear children. With this money, your mom can get the best care possible. And remember, this isn't just about selling a toy. Today, you both have shown the true meaning of love and sacrifice. This moment will be the start of a new, brighter chapter in your lives." Feeling both a mix of sadness and hope at the thought of letting go of their favorite toy, Anna and Ella agreed. They handed over the precious red car, and with that small act, they helped start a chain reaction of love and change. After that important day, many wonderful changes began to happen. First, the money from the sale was used to pay for the best care for their mom. Slowly but surely, she began to feel better. The doctors were happy to see her smile, and the nurses told the twins that their mom was on her way to a full recovery. But that wasn't all. The kind millionaire did not just walk away. He kept in touch with them, visiting on weekends and sharing his own stories of life, hope, and the power of kindness. He taught the twins simple lessons about how sometimes the value of an object is not just in its appearance, but also in the stories and feelings behind it. In business, people talk about supply and demand. Even though there was only one toy car, its special story made it worth so much more than any regular toy. This lesson, explained in very simple words, showed Anna and Ella that when something has a deep meaning, its true value goes far beyond the price tag. Now let me share a fun and silly moment from that day. When the millionaire first saw the toy car, he chuckled and said, "This little car might be small, but its story is as big as a giant." Anna and Ella giggled at his funny comment. Imagine if your favorite toy started telling jokes. It would be like having a superhero toy car that can make you laugh when you are sad. Even in hard times, laughter can make our hearts feel a little lighter. And that was exactly what happened that day. A spark of humor that made everything feel just a bit more hopeful. As days turned into weeks, the effects of that single sale kept growing. Their mom's health improved, and the warm glow of hope returned to their small home. Anna and Ella learned many things from the gentle millionaire. They discovered that sometimes doing something very hard, like selling a toy you love, can open up a whole new world of possibilities. They learned that life is not only about keeping your treasures, but also about sharing them when they can help someone you care about. The twins also got a little taste of how business works. They learned that if something is rare and filled with a special story, people will always be ready to pay more for it because its value isn't just about money. It's about the emotions and memories attached to it. Even though these ideas might sound a bit big for a young mind, Anna and Ella understood in their own way that every act of kindness creates a ripple that spreads far and wide. Now let's talk about one of the interesting lessons in a simple way. The idea of supply and demand. Imagine you have only one very special toy that no one else has. Because it is one of a kind and has a story behind it, many people would want it. That is what we call demand, when many people want something unique. And since there is only one of it, its value becomes much higher than usual. In our story, this magical little toy car had a deep story about family, love, and sacrifice. That is why its true value was much more than just a toy price. This is one example of how even simple ideas in economics can have a big impact when combined with a big heart. I have to tell you, this story makes me feel so warm inside. It reminds me that even when things seem very hard, a little act of kindness can turn the darkest day into one full of light. I remember a time when I lost something very dear to me. I felt sad, much like you might feel sometimes when you lose a toy or miss a friend. But then someone showed me kindness, and even that small moment changed how I saw everything. Anna and Ella showed us that love and courage are treasures that no money can buy. Their brave choice to sell the toy car, even when it hurt, made way for their mom to get better and for them to learn something about life that will never be forgotten. Let's think about what really happened. The sale of that toy car was not just a simple business deal. It was a symbol, a sign that sometimes we must let go of something small to create space for something even more important, like our family's love and health. In our everyday lives, we face many moments where we have to choose between what we love and what can help us or someone we care about. This story says, it's okay to make hard choices when they lead to a better future. Even if you sometimes feel like you are giving up a bit of your own story, remember that every ending can be the start of a wonderful, new adventure. Now, I want you to think about this. Have you ever helped someone, even in a small way? Maybe you shared a toy or helped a friend with a difficult task. Every tiny act of kindness adds up. Just like Anna and Ella's decision, your kind words, smiles, and little gestures can make a big difference in someone else's day. It is like planting seeds in a garden. Every kind act is a seed that grows into a beautiful flower. And together, these flowers make our world a brighter, happier place. Let's mix in a little bit of what you might call business wisdom. In the world of business, people talk a lot about the value of things based on a mix of work, history, and meaning. Anna and Ella's toy car was a perfect example. Because it had history, happy memories, and family love, its value went way above and beyond its size. The kind millionaire understood this perfectly. He saw that true value comes not just from how many dollars something is worth, but from the story behind it. That lesson about seeing beyond the surface is something you can use every day. Whether you are trading baseball cards or helping a friend in need, always remember that love and kindness are the most valuable treasures of all. Before we wrap up, here's another little funny moment from that day. After the millionaire bought the car, one of the twins whispered to the other, I wonder if our toy car will have its own fancy parking spot now. They both burst into giggles. It's moments like these, finding humor even when things are serious, that remind us that life can be lighthearted too. Sometimes laughing at a silly idea makes a heavy heart feel a little lighter. So always try to keep a smile on your face, even during challenging times. As time went on, the wonderful changes in their life continued. Their mother, now receiving the best care, slowly started to regain her strength. The twins grew up knowing that love and sacrifice could lead to miracles. And the kind millionaire, he became a mentor to them. He visited often, sharing advice about school, about business, and about how to always hold on to hope even when the going gets tough. Anna and Ella learned about many things that shaped their future. They learned that every big change starts with a small, brave decision. They learned that money can help fix problems, but love and determination create lasting magic in our lives. They saw that even though they had to give up their most treasured toy, they gained something much more valuable, a future filled with possibility and the knowledge that kindness never goes unnoticed. Looking back at this story, there is one message that shines through very bright. Sometimes the smallest acts of sacrifice can open the door to the biggest changes. It teaches us that life is full of tough decisions, but every decision made out of love and hope can lead to new, wonderful opportunities. Whether it is selling a toy car to help a loved one or sharing a kind word with someone who is feeling down, each choice matters. And it matters because it reminds us that our hearts are what make us truly rich. I truly believe that as you grow up, you will face many choices. Some may seem small at first, but they could change your life and the lives of those around you in ways you never dreamed of. Always remember, when you act with heart, you are already making the world a better place. Thank you so much for spending these moments with me and for listening to the story of the twins, their precious toy car, and a kind millionaire who changed their lives forever. If you like this heartwarming tale, please hit the like button and share the story with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories that show just how powerful kindness, love, and a brave decision can be. And before you go, check out the video on the end screen right now. It's another inspiring adventure that will fill your heart with hope and remind you that even the smallest act of kindness can light up the world. Click on it and join us for another amazing journey.